Okay, starting from where we left off in the last video, the terrors in the forest you'll find as you continue on with your initiation are illusions and fears that are really generated by you, okay? I know that'll be hard. At first, it's going to be hard to understand, but I'm going to explain it. In life, we only meet people and ourselves. We can only see people through the lens of how far we've met ourselves. A lot of us have had trauma. Actually, if you're in this density, meaning if you're on this earth right now, you have been through some sort of test, some sort of, especially right now in 2026. No one is here on accident, okay? When you're being initiated into higher levels of knowledge, all of the things that you thought you were have to fall away first. Your belief systems, your hangups, your traumas. That's why it's in so many different levels, because a lot of times people say they want the knowledge, but they don't want to do the work. Okay, and the work is shadow work. I know that's a buzzword. Everybody's like, ooh, shadow work. Like, shadow work is not fun, but it's also not meant to be an overnight thing. People think they want to be enlightened, so you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this shadow work this weekend, and next week I'm gonna, float off into the clouds. That's not how it works. Can you float off into the clouds? Sure. Yeah, definitely. But there's many levels before that. Okay, and I'm obviously not at that level. I'm still here with y'all. So, but the terrors in the forest, I realized that I need to actually elaborate on those terrors. You will find that they all emanate from you, because this matrix that we're living in, this reality that we're living in right now, this reality it's a false reality. We'll get into that a little more when I have had some sleep. But for whatever reason, right now I don't know what o'clock it is, but I've been unable to sleep because I needed to elaborate this point. So yes, the terrors are not real. Okay. Yeah, let me not make it more confusing than that. They come from you. Now, there are some things in this reality that are lower vibrational, evil, and there's high vibrational, good. All of that exists in this density. Good and evil both exist here, very much so. But there are some key differences in this fake reality versus the real one. This fake reality was created by a false creator, which is why if you look around, I remember being a kid. I remember literally being a child and asking people these questions like, well, I mean, if God is good, then why is everything so terrible? Like, why, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is there so much injustice? Why are there homeless people? I grew up in a time when they had those commercials with the dogs and the like animals and that same sad song, in the arms of the angels. Okay, I wasn't warmed up, okay, because it's the middle of the night and I just want to sleep, but clearly this needs to happen. So whoever needs to listen to this, I hope you appreciate this. I know I do. But and I would cry listening to these commercials. So the point I'm trying to make is that this reality is really backwards. Okay. And and I'm not gatekeeping, right? I'm really trying to bring the information down in a way that makes sense. Because I know a lot of people have been led astray. I was led astray. We're born to be led astray. Most of us grew up in some form of a religion or a belief system involving God and Allah and lords, okay? Many gods, many lords, many Allahs, okay? And I've come a long way to even get to the point I'm about to tell you right now. But I've come to understand through lots of studying and seeking and asking for knowledge, and that knowledge being presented to me. And then when it was presented to me, I'm like, let me not sugarcoat, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, wow, not only does this make so much sense, the lie is so elaborate, it's so skillfully done that, oh man, even when you try to expose it, like it's set up so intricately and it's weaved through our reality in so many ways, especially in America. I don't live anywhere else so I can't speak to other places, but definitely here. It's oaths, it's in our money, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like it's in our national anthems, it's embedded in us. It's been brainwashed into us. In God we trust, in this we trust, in this we trust. But what is God? What is Lord? Who is that? So, and if we do trust in this God and this Lord that's supposed to be over this realm, are they good? Because have y'all looked around? This place doesn't necessarily feel good. It feels like evil prospers here. It feels like evil is rewarded here. And if there was a loving God, a loving Lord that ran this universe, why does everything feel so backwards? Alice in Wonderland, why does up feel down? like, do you know what I'm saying? And so I was asking these questions. I wanted to know the answers, and not to anyone in particular, to the creator, to source, okay? Because there is a loving creator and there is a source. That's just not who created this universe that we're living in, this matrix that we're in right now, this earth. This was not created by a loving creator. This was created by something else. And we're gonna get into that, okay? But right now, like I said, I didn't necessarily plan for an entire I'm dropping, whole truth bombs right now. But in my seeking, I'm just going to tell you the story of how I got to this conclusion. Well, part of it, because it's not like one thing. Like I told you, it's levels. Like I've been building on these things for decades, literally now. And the conclusions, it's so interesting because in the beginning, you think you want to know the whole truth. Like everybody's like, I want to know the truth, like, right? But as you unravel more pieces, and make no mistake, as long as you're breathing and living in this density, there's more to unravel, okay? So, yeah. But when you get to certain places in the truths, you have to really stop seeking for a minute and just sit with that. Like, just really sit with that. And you have to integrate it. And by integrate it, because I'm trying not to use these kind of words, because I know there's a lot of different ages and people and watching these things. By integration, I mean like absorb it into your being. And when you're absorbing something, you're taking that thing and you are testing it in the lens of your life experiences. Okay? So I stumbled. I'm going to have to make another video about the entire way that I found this guy. But for now, I'm going to link the video. He is a Berean. And I think I'm saying that right. The Bereans are scripturally. And when I say scripturally, I'm talking about the Bible. But when I'm talking about the Bible, I'm not talking about the King James Version. I'm not talking about the version that is chopped and screwed, because that's the one that's out in these streets. Same with the Quran, chopped and screwed. Like if you think people thousands of years ago, the manipulators of this realm haven't tweaked and did whatever to change things, then you need to take some time and really sit with that. Because from what I've found, that's not the truth. But the Bereans were known to test scriptures. I'm going to link the video to the guy who breaks down the Lord and the God of this reality. And he challenges you and walks you through the entire process scripturally, okay? And using a lexicon, is that what you call it? Which is basically a breakdown on words on a deeper level. And Google, okay? And when I watched the video and I followed him through this, I didn't have a lexicon. But nowadays, you could probably find one online, and definitely at the library. But I challenge you to follow this, to Google these things. The Lord of this realm is so interesting, because the way that intricate lies like this work is they're weaved in with truths. So it's almost something to be admired, the level of deception, to be honest. When we get this level of organization within the bringers of light and truth and love in this world, then we will, then there's no stopping us, which is why and by they, I mean the people, the things, the beings from other dimensions, or I don't want to confuse it more, but the beings that are responsible for the deceptions that have kept us stuck here, when we organize to even one half of that level, humanity will be free from this enslavement. And I know that probably feels like some sort of exaggeration, but I'm not exaggerating. It's definitely that. And so thanks for watching. I didn't know this was the video that was coming out on Wednesday, but here we are, friends. I told you the channel's changing. I told you I'm changing. So yes, thank you to the new subscribers. Definitely thank you to the OG subscribers. Yes, y'all been with me since daggone. Some of y'all been with me since I was doing the daggone, right, Lauren, right, like that, Anyway, I love you all. Whether you love me or not, I just appreciate you. And I hope you have a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're getting this. Protect yourselves. Walk in love. I'll see you next time.